Hey, Dr. E with Modern Manual Therapy, and I'm here with Mitch Starkman from the Movement Center.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
I can't believe I'm here. I'm in the Movement Center.
We're in the Movement Center. It's
right.
crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna green screen this, right? You're gonna put the background in. I'm gonna be in the Movement Center.
I don't think I have the editing skill, but we'll try.
All right.
Yeah.
There's too much color in the background, right?
Oh.
Anyway, we're here because there's this epidemic of trigger points and mobility balls, and like most of my stuff, you can make anything pain-free. So we'll go over like two common areas, maybe like upper trap and piriformis, of how to use a mobility ball pain-free without just like smashing your trigger point to smithereens. You can get the same effects of increased mobility and decreased pain without it hurting. All right. So Edge mobility ball, it's actually the best mobility ball in existence
Ever made in the world.
It's handheld. You know, it's not like a lacrosse ball. You can use a lacrosse ball, but it's actually hard on the inside and soft on the outside. So it doesn't hurt as much. But let's just say you have like a trap trigger point and you're like used to rubbing it out. What I want you to do is, for me, the ball is not to rub it out, but the ball is just to bring awareness to where the tenderness is. All right, and you're going to use breathing techniques to actually decrease the tone and decrease the tenderness, as opposed to rolling and mashing. So just pick a side, any side, lie on it.
All right.
Put it in your upper trap or levator or wherever you would, find it to be tender.
So right there.
Okay. Is that tender?
It feels a good release, yeah. Like a good pressure.
Now, instead of actually rolling it out, what I want you to concentrate on doing is just good diaphragmatic breath. So maybe just put a hand on your belly and a hand on your sternum. Mm-hmm. And I want it to be about, there's no hard science on this, but basically I want the breath to be initiated by the belly and not initiated by the sternum. And if it's initiated by the sternum, I would only concentrate on belly breathing first. But if you could do a good belly breath, it's okay if the sternum goes up, but I want the belly to go forward and down, and then have this go up. So it could be like 70-30 or 60-40, but I don't want the initiation to come from there. So once you can do that, and I'm not going to go with rib expansion or anything because that's too complex for this video, the next thing I want to do is basically work on the pluses and minuses. And overall, inhalation is facilitatory for tone and exhalation is inhibitory. So if you want to decrease tone overall, instead of smashing something, if you just you can take a deep breath in, but I want you to make your exhale as long and slow as possible. It doesn't even have to be through pursed lips, because that tends to kind of increase facial tension, which also may increase upper quarter tension. So just take as slow as an exhale as possible. Try to make it 2 or 3 times as long as your inhale. And at the end of the exhale, hold it for 2 or 3 seconds. So after about 3 or 4 of those, or maybe even a minute or 2 of that, it should feel as if this is even here anymore. It should be significantly decreased, like that perception of tightness. Because all we're doing is we're getting rid of the perception of pain and tightness. We're not smashing tissues. We're not breaking up scar tissue. You're only changing perception, and you don't have to hurt it. You don't have to treat fire with fire. You have to smash a painful point with a painful technique. After about, if 3 or 4 breaths does it, it's going to do it. If it doesn't do it in 3 or 4 breaths or maybe a minute or 2 of deep, slow breathing, this technique is not going to work. But you'll be surprised at how well this works. And the same thing can work for piriformis as well. How's that feel?
Feels good. I can feel my shoulder actually kind of sinking into the table. I can feel the table on the outside of my shoulder now.
Right. And if you've ever done any kind of similar breathing techniques in like a Pilates or yoga class, you can they usually do like a breathing session, and you're lying flat. By the end of the breathing session, after like 5 minutes or so, you feel like your whole body just smashed into the mat. And everything that was kind of like unsupported and elevated, it just reduces, because overall breathing is a very, very powerful mediator and decreasing tone if you can kind of master diaphragmatic breaths and also combine that with this long, slow exhale. The long, slow exhale and the hold at the end of the exhale really decreases tone. All right. So.
Love it.
All right. You do the same thing for the piriformis. Sit on the ball and breathe. Okay? We're not going to do that again. It's redundant. You can do it if you want to, but.
Oh, I want to.
Till next time, subscribe via email so you don't miss any of our awesome blog posts. Check out Modern Manual Therapy on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And thanks to Mitch Starkman from the movementcenter.ca. He also contributes to Physio Answers. Thanks for contributing your videos.
Thank you.
You'll see this on both our sites.